welcome to the coronation of the 2024 Warsaw High School and Hamilton High School King and Queen crowning. As we introduce each of the candidates, applause is appropriate, and we trust you will show your appreciation for each candidate. The reigning 2023 Warsaw High School King and Queen are Kyle Smith and Sarah Perigo. Sarah will be crowning both our King and Queen tonight, as Kyle is unable to attend. Our first candidates are Queen candidate Skylar Altide, daughter of Brandon and Kim Altide. She is escorted this evening by King candidate Louis Siegfried, son of Michael and Kelly Siegfried. Our second candidates, Queen candidate Kaylee Blunier, daughter of Joe and Karen Blunier. And King candidate Noah Hudson, son of Brenda Lohman and the late Matt Hudson. Our third candidates are Queen candidate Renee Blunier, daughter of Joe and Karen Blunier, and King candidate Bryce Varner, son of Carrie Payne and Clayton Varner. Our fourth candidates are Queen candidate Isabel Brown, daughter of Jeff and Brooke Brown, and King candidate Braxton Scott, son of Brandy Buchanan and Matt Crowner. Our fifth candidates are Queen candidate Laken Larson, daughter of Shelley Trone and Mark Hulls, and King candidate Keaton Harrell, son of Cade and Stacy Harrell. The envelope, please. The Warsaw High School Homecoming Queen, Isabel Brown. Congratulations, Isabel. And now for the Warsaw High School Homecoming King, Braxton Scott. We will take just a moment to get some photos, and then we will return our attention to the Hamilton High School courts. Congratulations to all of our Warsaw High School King and Queen candidates, and to our King and Queen, Braxton and Isabel. And now we return our attention to the west end of the field, where I will announce the Hamilton High School homecoming royalty. The reigning 2023 Hamilton High School King and Queen are Lily Woodworth and Evan Carroll. Lily and Evan will be crowning the King and Queen tonight. Our first candidates this evening are Queen candidate Detriana Church, daughter of Jason and Jenna Church, and King candidate Manny Cedillo, son of Carmen and Manny Cedillo Sr. Our second candidates are Queen candidate Erin Colvin, daughter of Greg and Cynthia Colvin, and King candidate Braden Barnett, son of Ryan and Heather Barnett. Our third candidates are Abigail Finch, daughter of Laura and Brian Finch, and King candidate Kyler Carroll, son of Kaylee McNeil and Chris Carroll. Our fourth candidates are Queen candidate Skylie Keefe, daughter of Chris Keefe, and King candidate Malachi McCune, son of Cassandra Morris. And our final candidates this evening are Queen candidate Riley Miller, daughter of Heath and Angela Miller, and King candidate Case Cole-Morgan, son of Neil and Jesse Cole-Morgan. The 2024 Hamilton Homecoming Queen is Riley Miller. Congratulations, Riley. And now for the 2024 Hamilton Homecoming King, Case Cole-Morgan. Congratulations to Case and Riley. At this time, there will be a short period of time for pictures before the candidates make their way off the field.
Is it okay if I steal those and read those off? There are your King and Queen winners For Warsaw High School and Hamilton High School, from Warsaw, the homecoming queen, Isabel Brown, and the king from Warsaw High School is Braxton Scott. And from Hamilton High School, the 2024 homecoming queen is Riley Miller, and the 2024 Hamilton homecoming king is Case Cole Morgan. There are your homecoming court king and queen for 2024 from Hamilton, Illinois, and Warsaw, Illinois. We're going to head to a quick break before we get to the game later. We had some internet issues a couple weeks ago, but we've got that all solved and figured out, and we should be all set to go here today in Warsaw. We're going to head to a break. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for a kickoff. into Warsaw High School. We're getting ready for the matchup between the West Hancock Titans and the Stark County Rebels. Our head official for the night is referee Clay Kraus. Umpire Dave Kraus behind him. Head linesman is Mason Blickenstaff. Line judge Tyler Crum and back judge Seth Kessler. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titans Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We got the kickoff here. Titans set to receive. Dayton on the carry, getting all the way to about the 39-yard line before he's brought down. My name's Luke Little. John Little here with me today on the mic as my color, and Emily Hagee rocking the camera. We got a beautiful day here at Warsaw, Illinois. We got a breeze. It's about 69, 72 degrees currently here. Sun going down. Going to be a beautiful night for some Friday night lights. Titans going to start with their possession, their first possession of the game on the opening drive. We're a pass-heavy team last year, but have had a nice mixture of the ground game with Daydant and Varner. Set up, shotgun. They give it to Daydant up the middle. He gets about 4 yards before he is stopped. Daydant gets the initial carry, and this game is underway. That'll be 2nd and 5 here for the West Hancock Titans.
Great way to start the first play of the game. Nice positive yardage, 5 yards.
You run it enough, you'll fake them with the ground, do a nice play action, maybe get some extra yards over the air. Good run game is necessary for the Titans. Shotgun, they do it again this time. Stark County gets the line, but fights for about 3 more yards all the way to the 46-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and about 4 to go, 3 to go. And this is
long 3. What do they call that, a long 3?
Long 3. This will be potential 4-down territory for the Titans, but Hunter Froman has shown to be a useful punter for flipping the field here for the Titans so far this season.
We'll see if those 2 middle linebackers crash the line of scrimmage quick here. They did on that last play. They're getting tight here. They're within a couple yards. Here they come again.
Cole Kinsella, one of them.
Pass.
That one almost picked off, but Nolan Gooding gets it, catches it 1 yard in front of the line of scrimmage. Or I should say first down marker. And then they end up getting a Lost Boy Digital first down all the way into Rebel territory around the 47. Really the issue for the Titans this year has not been the passing game or really the offense in general. They've had strong openings to games as well, but it's come in that defensive game, the tackling area, that the Titans have seemed to struggle so far this season. Nolan Gooding gets that one for a first down, and the Titans run trips left shotgun here in Rebel territory. They fake the handoff. It's a quick screen pass over to Gooding. Gooding's going to have to fake a couple out. He can't. Almost brought back and tackled, pushed out of bounds by number 22, Nolan Orwig. Great team tackling.
Very good pursuit.
That'll bring up 2nd and about 13 yards here for the Titans. Back onto their own side of the field at the 49-yard line. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and watching. I know last time we were here at Warsaw High School, we had some issues with the internet. Here today, we are recording this, so it will be posted later no matter what, but we are also able to stream it live right now thanks to the Starlink internet that we have going on here. Titans set up for a long second down, 2nd and 14. Varner with it. It's a quarterback keeper. He'll only get back to the initial line of scrimmage before he is brought down.
Gain of about 4 yards.
Gain of about 4.
Brings up 3rd and a long 10.
It's going to bring up 3rd and a long 10 here for the Titans. What kind of play are you looking for here?
Well, obviously the defense is looking for a pass here just because, it's 3rd and 10. So with the way the linebackers have been coming into the line of scrimmage here, I expect a pass. It's just a matter of what the coach is going to call here.
Setting up 3rd and 10 to go. Heavy winds here. Set up 2 receivers each side. It's a blitz going outside to Gooding. That one tipped up in the air. Could have been possibly intercepted, but no good. And they're bringing Varner off the field and sending on the punt team. Hunter Froman will be sending this one away. That pass just about 5 yards short of the first down marker. If Gooding would have grabbed it.
He would definitely would have had to break a tackle there to pick up first down.
Titans not shy to give Gooding the one-on-one 50-50 balls and just bet on his athleticism, but there doesn't get a chance to show it off. Froman here on the punt, drops it end over end. Good-looking punt. Does it get out of bounds? It hops into the end zone.
That was very close.
It's going to be a touchback. The Rebels will start with the ball at the 20. That one, as you said, close, about 4 yards from going out of bounds at the 1 yard line. Could have started off with great defensive field position. Titans defense getting ready to go out there. Have a couple of predominant and statistically predominant, I should say, tacklers so far this season for the Titans. Only 4 games in, but there's about 4 guys that have been showing off their tackles, getting busy so far this year. Set up under center. Looks like an offset tight end. They pitch it out to the outside.
Oh, well.
Gets all the way to the 40, to the 50. Does he get to the end zone? He has one man to beat at the 20. Varner can't get him. That's an end zone touchdown on play number 1 for the Rebels. That's an 80-yard touchdown to number 22, I believe Nolan Orwig. What a great play by the Rebels. The pitch outside gets them all the way into the end zone and makes this a 6-0 game at Warsaw High School.
And we're going to see a PAT attempt here.
Stark County setting up for the PAT. The drop, the hold, it's up, and it is good.
Plenty of leg with that PAT.
That was made by Frehetzley, number 65 for the Rebels. One play, 80 yards for Stark County, and they find the end zone. What did you see from that one play right there?
Well, obviously, I'm not familiar with Stark County's running back, but obviously he's got some speed to get outside. Obviously, we're going to have to make some corrections defensively and try to contain that outside. I'm sure they're going to come back to that one. So we're going to have to fix that defensively.
Titans have had struggles with the run so far this year against Farmington, as well against Elmwood Brimfield, and also against DMAC at the beginning of the season. The passing defense has been back and forth, showing some good sides, some bad sides every now and then. A 57% completion rating for the opposing teams, though, in games so far this year against the West Hancock Titans. Titans are set to return this once again. Grotehouse and Coltenberg sitting at the 10. 7-0 the score here. The Rebels with the lead. For Hetzley, and getting ready for the kick.
Ready to kick. Coltenberg and Grotehouse deep to receive.
Nice little boot right there to the 15. This is Grotehouse. He's trying to get to the middle. Now tries to get to the outside. Can he find it? Only about a couple guys over there. He gets to the 30-yard line, and the Titans going to start their second drive of the game. First kick return got him all the way to the 39. This one just 9 yards short of that mark at the 30. Titans had some good plays to open up their first drive. Just once they got their first down, they kind of just stalled out around the 49 of the Rebels' territory.
We'll just keep an eye on those 2 middle linebackers as they creep into the line of scrimmage here.
Number 75, Cole Kinsella, number 56, Chet Gillespie are those 2 linemen. They hand it off up the middle, trying to bounce to the outside. Dane he gets a couple of yards, but brought down by number 4, Chase Holmstrom. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards. It's going to bring up second and about 7 to go.
Second and 7.
For the Titans. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining. If you want to put in the comment section where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, I'd love to give everybody a shout out here on the stream. Titans getting their play call here.
One thing I do like is a little slower pace here. No sense in being a rush. Keep the ball, let your defense rest, strategize.
early in the game, 7:47 on the clock. They give it to the outside to Gooding. Gooding has a couple to beat. He gets through two, dodges another tackle and brought down, but not before getting the Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans, showing off his juke moves. Gets them to the 43-yard line and a first down, West Hancock.
Great effort by Gooding.
We'll be up 1st and 10. First down marker sitting around the 46 of the Rebels.
Let's see if we can't try to reestablish, some sort of run game here.
Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers either side, doubles. They give the handoff up the middle, but after a gain of 2, fighting for those extra yards. It'll bring up 2nd and about 8 to go. That tackle is made by Owen Hess, the 6'1", 325-pound senior for the Rebels. Dayton in the game against Elmwood Brimfield 2 weeks ago had 2 rushing touchdowns, his first 2 of the season. Dayton showing off some great play in the past couple of weeks. 2nd down, 8 to go. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers either side. Drops back to pass, looks over to Froman. Froman gets it, tries to bounce out to the numbers. Stiffs 1, tries to get another, goes past the 2nd all the way to the 45. Froman showing off his athleticism. Stiff arms Connor Dahm before fighting for a Lost Boy Digital first down.
Yeah, and I think, breaking those 2 receivers up a little bit. You got Hunter on one side, and you got Gooding on the other side. I think we're just going to have to play that game while those linebackers are crashing in the middle of the line. They are taking away the run up the middle.
Froman, the leading receiver for the West Hancock Titans so far this season, with some great play. This will bring up 1st and 10, 2 wide receivers, same setup. Froman, Grothaus near side, Coltzenberg, and Gooding far. It'll be encroachment will be the call. Offsides encroachment. That'll be
First penalty of the evening.
First down again for the Titans.
Makes it 1st and 5 for the
Ball will
Titans.
be placed on the 39-yard line. Encroachment is the call. 1st and 5 to go. 5:47 on the clock here in the first half, or first quarter, excuse me. Varner brings out the play. Same exact setup. Dayton in at back. 4 linemen showing blitz so far. They rush 5, get it out to the corner. That one hit off the ground.
It looked like it might have been tipped a little bit, the line.
The line's getting a lot of pressure in on Varner. Titans love to run this little short game quick pass to the outside to their 2 receivers, Gooding and Froman.
I think they're playing to their strengths. Quarterback's arm and ability to get the ball out quick, and those 2, the 2 wide receivers' athletic ability.
Grothaus and Coltzenberg, no shy case either. They've had some good games so far this year, and Grothaus also a dominant figure on the defense for the Titans as well. Not afraid to get into the action. They motion over Coltzenberg. They hand it off up the middle. He slips a couple of tackles. Dayton gets all the way to the 36. That'll bring up 3rd and about 2 or 3 to go. It's a good run. Another broken tackle from Dayton. They're meeting him right at the line, just getting through, getting those extra yards. They showed trips left here, kind of running quick. They jump off, and flags run again. The 2 count from the Titans gets them to jump, and it'll be a Lost Boy Digital first down. This is a great drive so far from the Titans.
I think, Stark County just needs to take a deep breath, kind of relax a little bit defensively here. They don't need to be jumping off sides, but great play on the offense just to be patient and taking advantage of their Stark County's aggressiveness there.
A few unerrand penalties from Stark County. That'll bring up 1st and 10. The Rebels with 2 offside penalties on this drive alone. Titans come out with the play. Setting up shotgun, trips right here. Froman, the lone receiver, near side. 7-0 the score, 4:28 on the clock. They fake the handoff. Quick screen pass over to Gooding. Gooding, he tries to get away from one but can't. That's a great tackle over on the edge. We'll give credit
at the line of scrimmage,
once we see who it is.
Just about a half a yard, brings up second
It'll bring up second and about 11 to go. I believe the tackle was made by number 2, Blair Dom, over on the far edge. Dom getting into
he beat that block, that one-on-one block, and made a tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Shoestring tackle held on to the ankle.
Actually, looks like they might have lost a half a yard or a yard there.
3:50 on the clock and counting. First quarter going by quick. 2 wide receivers either side. 4 down territory for the Titans. Drop back. Quick pass over to Gooding. Gooding gets this one, but goes backwards. They might not give him much forward motion here, only about 2 yards. That's about where he caught it, maybe a yard or 2 short of where he caught it. That'll bring up third and about 8 to go. It's a tough play right there because you want to try to do some more extra effort to get some more yards, but sometimes you end up hurting yourself like he did there. That'll bring up third and 9 is the official call.
Well, this field position, if you're Coy, Dorothy here, you're probably making 2 calls here, thinking you're gonna go for it on 4th down.
Might try to, if he likes the initial play call and the result, he might already have a second play call hooked up for the Titans.
That is correct. See what they run here.
Motion over Coltonberg. Drop back. Looking over that way. Deep pass over to Coltonberg. Around the 10. Doesn't get picked. Oh! Almost had it. Coltonberg in his hands.
I think that defender jumped up and might have flashed in front of his eyes there.
Yeah.
Right off of his hands.
Defender got a hand on it. We got a flag in the backfield. This would have been, it might have been negated either way. I think it's against the Titans.
I'm thinking it's holding against.
They motion over Coltonberg from the far side. Get him some extra running speed to start off. Get him on the outside to the numbers. And holding is the call. That'll bring up a long 3rd down attempt. 3rd and 19 is going to be the call here for the Titans.
I'm surprised they actually accepted that penalty. It could have been 4th down. But now we've got 2 plays here. But the Titans obviously need some pretty good positive yards here in order to go for a 4th down, even though I think they might. Even if they can get 5 to 7 yards, I think they'll probably go for it.
Yeah, I think if they get stalled here or lose a couple, they'll relinquish the punt. But if they get a couple, as you mentioned, would not be surprised to see Dorothy and the Titans go for it. 3rd and 19. Drop back, quarterback keeper option. Gets a couple blocks, tries to get to the outside now. And stopped around the 38. And I think Dorothy is talking to one of the blockers. Had a lane there, could have cut up, chose to go to the outside now. And again, not quite sure which would have been more profitable for the Titans, but that one only a gain of about 5 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 16, 1:50 on the clock.
Stark County has really good pursuit from the backside of their defense. These safeties and cornerbacks really pursue when the ball gets outside. They do a great job of covering that outside.
So far we've shown once they get a hand, and the Titans are going to punt it after getting 4 yards.
Let's see if we can't pin them down here.
Froman going to try to pin them here. Has the deep leg. Let's see if he can get one short. That one's a line drive. Going to roll into the end zone. And that's a touchback for the Titans now. Did have to get that one off kind of quick. Froman giving his props to number 75, Cole Kinsella, who got a little bit of pressure on him before he booted that one away. 1:24 on the clock here in the first quarter. Game going quick so far. Only 17 minutes real time here today.
I like the time used by the Titans offense. I just, for the Titan fans, it would have been nice if we could have, put the ball in the end zone for some points.
Second play of the game here for Stark County's offense. Again, had a 1-play drive earlier to start the game that got them all the way to the end zone. Gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line. Looking over the play and no rush. 1 minute on the clock here. Play up. Looking like they're going to go out of shotgun here. One fullback trips right. Got 2 tucked outside the numbers here on the near side of the field. Motion over number 1. That's going to play the fullback. They hand it off. Up the middle again. Gets hit.
Nice tackle.
About 1 yard gain there. I believe that was made by number 58
Once again,
for the
on
Titans.
the
That's
carry.
Cole Furtado
Gain of a
getting
couple.
active.
Cole Furtado on the stop. For the
Third and about 4 to go. 25 seconds on the clock. I'll see if they're content with running this one out. The rusher on the play was number 22, Nolan Orwig. They hand this one off. Actually, it's quarterback keeper on the option. Does he get the
nice.
first? It looks like they did. Dylan Steelman on the carry.
Steelman on the carry.
Good choice with the option run. We've only seen the handoff so far in the game here today.
That actually had potential to go for a lot more. It was just a great defensive play. He was able to shed that block out there, but I can't remember who the linebacker, 54 was the linebacker. So
that's the end of the first quarter. That tackle was made by number 54, Gage Carlton. And the Titans down 7-0 here early in the game, but defense is looking strong so far in this second drive. We're going to head to a break and be right back for 12 minutes left of this first half action. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back for some more West Hancock Titan football action.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Jeff. How's the farm?
Good, thanks.
Nice choice. Let's get you loaded up.
No matter where you are or what you grow, make sure you start.
Welcome back into Warsaw High School football field. That hit made immediately at the line of scrimmage, get right back into the second quarter and immediately get a play. A very short break between quarters. 7-0 to score. It'll bring 2nd and 10 here.
Horn on the stop for the Titans, right at the
2nd
line
and
of
10
scrimmage.
for
And that brings up
the
2nd and
Rebels.
10.
Showing trips left. Haven't thrown the ball yet here today. Fanning it off of every single time. A couple of quarterback keepers as well. Drop back, running the pitch offense. The ball on the ground. Fumble.
Get the ball.
Titans jump on it, and that's going to be Titan football.
And the Titans have recovered.
And Tucker Koltenberg lands on it, and that's the
There.
problem with the pitch.
That is exactly the problem with the pitch. You got to have good ball control.
Titans going to start off with great field position, and that's where the term punting is winning comes into play. The Titans end up with better field position than where they ended. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the West Hancock Titans. Ball is going to be placed at the 29-yard line. Titans offense gets ready. They go on their 3rd drive of the game. This is the closest they've been to the end zone so far. Running shotgun.
They got single coverage out here on the outside.
Looks to
Okay.
pass, drops back, hits a quarterback draw instead. Varner gets to the numbers outside, cuts back in, I should say, and all the way to the 20. It'll be 2nd and about 2 to go. Looks like he was getting outside of the numbers, but a good cut inside, and Varner has showed off his legs a lot so far
Now
this
we're
year.
right back at the line here for another play here. We're going quick,
Quick.
trying to catch this defense in a bad spot.
They hand it off up the middle and tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 1. I believe that tackle was made by number 56. That's Chet Gillespie. He's been getting active here today, the 6'3 senior. Quarterback keeper bounces it to the outside and falls forward for the first down. It'll be a Lost Boy Digital first down, and in the red zone are the Titans at around the 18-yard line. A quick no huddle.
1st and 10.
Quarterback keeper there from the Titans.
Yeah, I'd say I like the slowdown here. So let's go ahead and take our time, make good play call. We've got a set of new downs here.
4 down territory for the Titans. 10:28 on the clock here.
What are we sitting on the 18-yard line?
I've been showing 2 single cornerbacks on the near side so far this game. Pretty often, I would say. Here they show it again. Some safety coverage up top by number 1. Quarterback gives it over to Gooding at the 25. This will be a gain of 3.
15.
15, excuse me.
Yep.
That'll be a gain of 2 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 8 to go. Varner looking over to his man, Nolan Gooding.
They marked it a little short, so we're at the 16 here. So
9:50 on the clock. Again, 4 down territory here in the red zone for the Titans, just trying to even this game up or take the lead. They won't try the PAT, so they'll go for the 2-point conversion if they get in the end zone.
positive yardage there. So we got 2nd down. Now the field starts to shrink a little bit, so the deep threat is probably, eliminated here, but
set up in shotgun. They fake the handoff, get some pressure, and nails Varner in the backfield. Tackle made by number 22. Nolan Orwig just did not pick him up.
Brought down in the backfield.
We got a lot of Stark County Rebels fans in the comment section. We got Jessica Orwig watching in from Alaska. Thank you for joining in and watching here today. We got Lunkers with Lucas shouting out the Rebels as well. And we got Carmen Cedillo, who's been an active participant in a lot of our games, seeing Manny Cedillo out on the field every now and then showing off his legs as well.
All right, Titan fans, help them get it in the end zone.
It's 3rd down and about 14 to go.
here he comes again.
They throw it over the middle. That one almost picked off. Grotehouse going to get to it either.
Fortunately, we had a lineman down. Number 75 was downfield, so that might have helped with the incomplete pass there. I think he got his hands on it.
That'll bring up 4th and a long way to go. The 1st down marker sitting around the 10-yard line. More so the 9. 4th and 15. Drop back to pass, looking over. Up to Froman, 50-50 ball. Can't get over to it. And a flag is thrown, and it's a 50-50 call out there. Froman was trying to get over to the ball, but the defender was on the ground. It's a tough decision to make.
That's a tough spot for the cornerback to be in right there.
I believe this flag is going to be on number 7, Connor Dahm. And this should be a 1st down for the West Hancock Titans.
It was offensive pass interference.
Offensive pass interference is the call. And we saw some
Penalty flag was
comments from
on the Titans.
some coaches up here in the press box.
They will take over.
They will decline the penalty.
On the 23-yard line.
That'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line for Stark County. Thought the penalty was going to be on the defense. We're incorrect. They called it on the offense.
All for naught, really. It was turnover on downs.
Drop back to pass. Looking over. First pass of the game over the middle of the field. Almost picked off by Froman there. His intended receiver is number 86, Ross Sainer, the 6'3 senior. Couldn't connect.
2nd down for the Rebels.
60%, nearly 60% pass completion for each team against the Titans so far this year. Froman doing a good job getting his hands in the way of the pass. First pass, really, we've seen from Stark County here today.
Yeah, the last was a pitch, so it wasn't. It was pitched backwards.
2nd and 10. We got solo coverage, it seems, on the far side. That's a run. Going to bust it up the edge of the field all the way to the 40. Is he going to get chased down by Gooding and Varner? All the way down around the 6. And a great carry by Dylan Steelman. Just broke through the gap. And maybe that's why they tossed in the passing play there on the 1st down play.
Then they spread the defense out by sending trips to the right, and they ran student body left. But great pursuit. What I liked about the Titans defense there is They were about ready to give up their second long run, but 2 defenders were able to chase him down.
Gooding and Varner, the defenders on that play, getting in, but not before the gain of nearly 70 yards. They hand it off up the middle, trying to bounce it to the outside. Can he get through 2 defenders? He cannot at the 5-yard line. That run was by number 22, I should say, Nolan Orwig on the carry. Orwig having a good game so far here today.
Yeah, he was responsible for that quarterback blitz.
Quarterback blitz and the 80-yard touchdown run earlier.
Okay.
7:27 on the clock. 7-0 the score. Rebels, second and goal, trying to get it to the outside. Great cut back up by number 1, Chris Barnwell.
Just a great job of reading his blocks out there. Cut inside.
And wasn't in much of a hurry either.
Nope, he was patient.
That'll make the score 13-0. Stark County coming out to kick their second PA attempt of the game. A great play right there, and really their offense has benefited greatly from those long rushing plays so far.
Touchdown point attempt.
The PAT is up, and that one is good. Almost hit by Coltenberg, but not before he got it off. And 14-0 is the score here. The Rebels have a 2-score lead against the West Hancock Titans. We're going to head to a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live and be back for the kickoff. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Kind of dangerous with that slope.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. For Hetzley, getting ready to kick off. For Hetzley, I believe a new exchange student at Stark County. Correct me if I'm incorrect. All the Stark County fans in the comment section also correct me if I have any mispronunciations throughout the game. Football falls off the stand. He'll be able to set it back and kick it away. I cannot remember if high school is the same rules as college, but if it falls off 2 or 3 times, I'll have to have a player come out and hold the football like a PAT attempt. That one's a low drive, and Coltenberg gets it, hands it off to Grothaus, cuts back up the middle of the field, now back outside of the numbers. Stiff arms one, tries to cut back again, almost gets loose. Ball is in the air, now on the ground. Who falls on it? We'll see.
So many players in the way right here from the bench.
It looks like
I think they were able to keep the ball.
It's Titan football, as no Stark County players were jumping up, just pointing their arm in one direction. It'll be Titan football after a little bit of a scare there. It'll bring up first and 10 from the 35-yard line. 7 minutes and 1 second on the clock here. Grothaus lost control, was making some nice moves, breaking a lot of tackles, fighting for it.
A lot of heavy traffic, though.
A lot of heavy traffic.
He's got to learn to take care of the ball.
That'll bring up first and 10. Froman, the near side receiver. They fake the handoff. It's a quarterback keeper. Thought he might have pitched it outside to Gooding. Spin move. He fights for a couple more. That'll bring up second and about 3 to go after Varner. Quarterback option. Varner doing great work with his legs so far this year. 6:38 on the clock. Second leading rusher for the Titans so far this year is Bryce Varner. See what play Coach Dorothy draws up here. A score is almost necessary for the Titans on this drive with 6 minutes on the clock. Don't know how much time Stark County's going to take off on their next offensive drive, but they do get the ball to start the third as well. Colsonberg and Gooding near side of the field. Froman and Grothaus far. They hand it off up the middle to Dadant. Gets hit behind the line, but falls back to the line of scrimmage. It's a good team tackle there from Stark County. And I believe number 75, Cole Kinsella, gets the tackle. Third and a couple to go. What kind of offensive play are you looking for here? More of a screen pass that they love to run, the quick out, or an option from the quarterback?
Last time we were down in, almost close to the red zone, we ran the running back out to the flat, and And
there's another penalty. I guess the Titans will take that instead of running a play.
We'll take that. It's a first down. But as I was saying, they were able to they put the running back in motion out to the left of the formation, which tells the defense the quarterback's going to throw the ball. And the quarterback ran off tackle for a very positive 6 or 7 yards. And so with those two middle linebackers basically playing at the line of scrimmage to stop the run up the middle, we've got to do something to change their eye level. Run the running back in motion, or even Coltzenberg running in motion helps.
It's a Lost Boy Digital first down. Looks to the right quick. Slips one tackle, but then brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a sack. That'll bring up second and about 12 to go here for the Titans. Was looking over for Gooding on the near side of the field around the 47-yard line.
Gets back close to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 is the official call here from Mr. Whitaker on the mic. Our PA man has been doing PA for quite a time. I believe ever since Mr. Belushi retired. Now we've had Bertucci. Not John Belushi. Correction on that, although in some great films. 2nd and 11 here for the Titans. Two wide receivers either side. Drops back to pass, looks over the middle of the field. He gets hit by 3. You'll have to give a third sack to all those guys. They all got in on this action. Normally you could split it 50-50, but that's a 3-man tackle right there. Just bust through the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd and 25.
Here's this is a great time for the notorious draw play to get 3 or 4 positive yards and then send your punt team out. But let's see what Coy has called here.
It'll be interesting to see the play call to see if they don't love to run the deep balls, but they have shown it every now and then. Against Elmwood, Brimfield had a couple nice plays, one specifically to Hunter Froman on the deep play. Whistles blow. I believe timeout
Flag on the play.
or delay of game is.
Yes, there was a flag thrown, so it must have been delay game.
Illegal procedure is the call. Correction. Did not see the hand signals on the offense. It wasn't a delay of game, and it wasn't a false start.
I believe it was a delay because the back official threw the flag over here.
Okay.
And he's responsible for watching the clock.
Good step up in the pocket, going deep to Gooding. But that one's just too far, and a flag comes out late. And this is probably going to be on, I believe, number 2, Blair Dom.
So the alternative is, besides the draw, is throw it deep, hope for a penalty or a completion. And
I believe this is an automatic first down for the Titans on the defensive pass interference.
So interestingly enough, they'll probably be back at the original line of scrimmage, but we'll have a 1st and 10.
It's a 15-yard penalty in high school, or half the distance to the goal once you get down far enough. It'll bring up first down, or should bring up first down with 3:17 on the clock.
We'll see. It should be a first down.
It's a long drive for the Titans.
Oh, okay, so it's 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 11 is the official call. Correction there. That's a gain of 15 on the penalty. It was 3rd and 26. Timeout from head coach Coy Dorothy and the West Hancock Titans. We're going to take a timeout as well. Only 3:07 left on the clock here in the first half of play. We'll be right back for the last 3 minutes of action here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer.
Welcome back to Warsaw High School. Quarterback option here from Varner. He gets a block all the way. First down. It's about 15 yards and a great block on the outside from Gunnar Grothaus. And the Titans get the Lost Boy digital first down right out of the timeout by Coy Dorothy. Maybe that's the play that he wanted to go with at first after reading the defense.
What I like is we've got 3 minutes on the clock here. If you're the Titans, you want to play quick enough to where you can score, but you don't want to give them any time on the clock.
Good blocking from Coltenberg, and they're going to flag him for the hold after the gain of about 18 yards. This one's going to be coming back. Coltenberg going to be flagged with the holding. It was looking like a great block, and maybe because it was such a great block, holding helps make it look a little bit better, I should say.
Don't ask my opinion on that one. I thought it was a good block.
That'll bring up first and long for the Titans. It'll be 1st and 20, I believe. 1st and 15 is actually going to be the call, correction.
Yeah, it's from the spot of the foul. So
the penalty occurred around the 20 or the 32, excuse me. 1st and 15. I'll add 5 yards on. Drop back, look over to Froman for the screen pass. He'll have one to beat. Stiff arms one. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him at. Froman showing off his quick burst of speed there on that play. 2nd and about 12 to go, only getting 3 yards on that play.
12 black, 12 black.
Titans showing trips right here. Froman, the lone receiver, on the far side of the field. Shotgun, drops back, looks over, screen pass to Grothaus. Getting a couple blocks, has one to beat, jukes him out, has one more. He cuts back to the middle of the field, 10, the 5, end zone touchdown. Grothaus on the screen play, gets them to the end zone. That's going to be a 40-yard or 38-yard touchdown play for the West Hancock Titans. That'll make it 6-14. 2:30 on the clock. Not too worried about the clock. If you can get into the end zone, defense is going to have to come up big here. 2-point conversion coming for the Titans. I believe they called an unsportsmanlike conduct possibly against the Titans. Unsportsmanlike conduct against West Hancock.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Titans.
And the Titans fans hear the crowd or hear the announcement, and they react as you would expect to that flag. I didn't see it myself, so cannot give any input on it.
I don't know if it was the celebration or.
And again, there's this whole entire aspect of us not knowing exactly. We can look at their actions, but we have no idea what they're saying to each other down on the field. So that could be a big part of the penalty as well. 2-point conversion. That penalty will be added on to the kickoff for the Titans. Showing under center. Rarely go under center. Handed off to Dayton, and he stopped short of the end zone. And that 2-point conversion is no good, but the Titans score. 2:30 on the clock. Some great blocking there on that wide receiver screen pass.
Yes, I was actually watching the quarterback on that play, and I'll have to rewatch this tomorrow to see if my eyes were not deceiving me. But it looked like there was a little extracurricular with the lineman and the quarterback at the end of the play there. So my eyes were not on the receiver. I was watching the quarterback there.
Rotehouse gets the 39-yard touchdown pass, or reception, I should say. Had some blocking on the outside from Coltonberg and Nolan Gooding. 2:30 on the clock, 6-14 is the score. The Titans are going to be set to kick off for the first time here today.
Yeah, now here, if you're the Titans defense, this is really critical here, where you know that Stark County is going to get the ball in the third quarter, and if they were to somehow put a drive together and score and then get the ball again on the third quarter, really could put your team in a deficit. So the Titans defense really needs to step up here, and
they'll back them up there 15 yards.
Yep.
That'll be at the 25-yard line. This will help with the Rebels' field position. 22, Nolan Orwig, and number 7, Connor Dom, set to return here for Stark County. So again, the unsportsmanlike conduct called after the touchdown play was not enforced in the two-point conversion, but rather it's on the kickoff. Froman boots a low one, tries to get roll. This one's at the 50-yard line, picked up by Stark County. Tries to get back out to the outside. Not sure who the player is, but going to be around the 40 in. Incredible field position.
Very good.
Here for the Rebels. You could
already in Titans territory at the 40-yard line.
I believe that was returned by number 8, Justin Warner. And I'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 40 in Titan territory. Orwig set up as the running back. Has showed his speed so far today. Flags fly. This is most likely going to be illegal motion or false start on the offense. False start on the offense is the call. This will move him back. I hope the Titans cause out a little bit here on defense. 2:20 still on the clock. That'll bring up 1st and 15 here for the Rebels. 5-yard penalty pushes them back to the 45. We'll start this over yet again. 2 wide receivers near, 2 wide receivers far side. We'll see if that's the play call that Coach Jade Nord goes with, head coach for the Stark County Rebels. A huge senior class last year after a great season for Stark County. Left them, or I should say some great players left them. Orwig gets to the outside, cuts it back up the numbers, blocks another one. He gets to the outside. Did he step out of bounds? I don't know. They say and there's the flag coming in from 2 different officials. Jess Scott going to be flagged for the late hit. Stepped out of bounds at around the 31. The Titan player is down on the field.
We need the ambulance out here on the field, please.
A tough situation here on the field. We're going to head to a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live. We'll be right back after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Jeff. How's the farm?
Good, thanks.
Nice choice. Let's get you loaded up.
No matter where you are or what you grow, make sure you start with Dyna-Grow Seed. For local farm expertise and local seed options, no other seed brand gets you closer to the results you want.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards, or like circles, or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back. We're going to head into a TSSR open break. So you'll see a standby screen for you. I'll try to give updates on when we're coming back in the comments section, but we're going to head to a break, and we'll be back when both teams are ready to play. Welcome back into Warsaw High School. We're getting ready for play again as the injured player was carted off the field. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock. They hand it off, trying to get outside. Froman, does he get to him? And that's going to be either a face mask or a horse collar tackle. Flags came out quick.
It was 57. 57 with the tackle?
It was Hunter Froman on the tackle, but
there is a face mask penalty against the Titans.
They're going to call face mask against Froman. Again, prayers and condolences up for the injured player that was carted off for the West Hancock Titans. We won't disclose who or what the injury sustained was, but prayers and condolences for that student athlete. 2 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Stark County Rebels. Face mask called against Hunter Froman. Ball's going to be placed on the 16-yard line here. 14-6, the score. They hand it off up the middle. This is to Orwig. Orwig tries to get it to the outside. Has about one more player to beat. He does. He bursts to the outside, showing his speed off, and just gets outside around Caden Greer for the touchdown. That's Nolan Orwig's second touchdown of the game here today. A 16-yard rushing touchdown. That makes it a 20-6 score here for the Rebels. 20-6 after that 16-yard touchdown run. I'll go for the PAT here yet again. And that low snap rolling on the ground. Passes it. Is it a fake? Not quite sure if that was a planned fake or not. And the two-point conversion is good. And the Rebels go up 22-6.
Sainer for the two-point conversion for the Rebels.
Sainer on the two-point conversion and 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. We're going to head to a quick break and be right back for kickoff. The Titans drive.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Jeff. How's the farm?
Good, thanks.
Nice choice. Let's get you loaded up.
No matter where you are or what you grow, make sure you start with Dyna-Gro Seed. For local farm expertise and local seed options, no other seed brand gets you closer to the results you want.
For Hetzley getting ready to kick off here for Stark County. 6-22 the score. Titans trying to get one more score in before the Rebels get the ball to start the third. Rebels trying to keep their lead. This one's to Coltonberg. Kind of stands still for a second. Jukes back up to the 25 and makes another juke all the way to the 40. Correction, 35 to the 40. Good sportsmanship there from Stark County, and number 4, Chase Holmstrom, helping Coltonberg up off the field. To bring up 1st and 10 for the West Hancock Titans around the 38-yard line. We'll see what they can do.
Titans take over 1st and 10.
We got a minute 48. See if we can't move the ball down the field fairly quickly and gets the score.
Ethan Schmidt in as wide receiver for the West Hancock Titans. This ball's going to be moved up to the 43. Not sure what the call was there.
Didn't realize. It looked like he was calling a face mask, but a 5-yard variety.
It was only 5 yards. But nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Titans at the 43-yard line. They hand it off to Daydant. He gets hit, but falls for a couple more around the 47-yard line. This will be a carry of 4 yards. 2nd and 6 to go here for the Titans. 1:30 on the clock. Gonna have to run a quick offense here. Only 2 timeouts for the Titans. False start on the offense is the call. This will move them back. That's on Tucker Coltonberg.
Just a little antsy to get going.
Titans gonna have 2nd and about 12 to go. Again, a score here would be almost necessary for the Titans, as Stark County will start with the ball in the 3rd. Showing 3 linemen with 1 linebacker here. Deep safety coverage. They rush 3, give it to the outside, and caught by Froman. He stiff arms 1, then finally tackled, but he reached out and got the first down. They'll mark him just short, though, around the 48-yard line. Froman tries to pick up the Lost Boy Digital first, but he can't. 3rd and 1 to go.
3rd and 1.
Looking like they're running the quarterback keeper again. The flags fly. We'll see what this is. An interesting call here. That's either going to be a false start on the offense because there's so much mass there. Face mask on the defense.
Face mask against.
With all those people in there, that's very good eyes to see that. To see that face mask. Not saying it didn't happen. Just a lot of bodies in there on that.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line for the Titans. 1 minute exactly on the clock. Got back to pass, looking right, keeps it. Tries to get outside. A great tackle made. The wrap-up by number 1, Chris Barnwell.
Barner brought down by Barnwell.
And I think the Titans are going to take a timeout here. 51 seconds left on the clock. Still some time to work with, but you kind of got to get a set of plays in motion right here. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Titans. Did you think Varner was too quick to go to the quarterback run there, or do you think he should have kept on looking for some of his receivers, or was it a good idea to bust out right there?
Well, his instincts are to run the ball. Knowing how much time's on the clock and how many yards they have to, get downfield to score. Obviously I would have liked to have seen, some sort of forward pass down the field. But as a player, his instinct is let's run. I think, his mistake was more trying to bust outside against their speed instead of maybe trying to take more of a direct route up the middle.
2nd and 11 here for the Titans.
2nd and 11 for the Titans. Less than a minute to go. Let's hear it.
Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers either side. Drops back to pass, looking right. Makes his progressions over to Froman. Froman, good cut up the middle, but tries to juke back outside to the out of bounds line, but he doesn't quite get there. He stays in. It'll be 3rd and about 3 to go. Clock's running. Ball on the 30 or 35 seconds. Ball on the 34. Down to 30 seconds on the clock. The snap, drop back to pass. Quick pass over to Gooden. Gooden catches it. Good cut and a great juke. Gets to the 25, to the 22-yard line, and a timeout made by Coy Dorothy.
First down stops the clock. Did he call timeout as well?
A timeout as well. 19.5 on the clock here. And Gooding gets the gain of about 12 yards. That's a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. Would have liked to see him try to get outside out of bounds, but still with 1 timeout left. Not the end of the world, him just dropping down there.
I don't know if you did, Luke, or not, but I think I heard several people in the crowd yell, "Get down," instead of moving left, right, left, and let clock go, expire. So now we've got a little bit of a manageable situation here. We're sitting on the 22-yard line. Now we've only got 20 seconds to go, but with their passing game and trying to get the ball outside, they do have the ability to get 7, 8, 9, 12 yards and still get out of bounds.
Yes.
So I think they've got time for probably at least 3 plays.
As well as those shorter plays, the 3-4 yard routes that they love to run outside.
Yeah. Break 1 tackle.
And maybe that's what Coach Dorothy is telling them right now. Don't worry about fighting for a lot of yards. Just get out of bounds quick.
Yes. Clock's our enemy right now.
2 wide receivers either side here for the Titans yet again. Shotgun formation for Varner. Drops back, looks over, now left. Over the middle of the field to Schmidt. That one's picked off by number 4. They're going to call it an interception for Chase Holmstrom. Chase Holmstrom gets the pick with 13 seconds left on the clock, and there's a tough pass to the middle of the field. A lot of bodies there.
A lot of defensive traffic there.
Was looking for Schmidt, and again, clock was their enemy, just trying to get a play for some amount of yards to make it a manageable scoring drive. Couldn't quite find his man. They'll take a knee, and that'll send us to half. Clock was not running. Now it is.
Brings us to the half.
It'll send us to halftime, and 22-6 is the score here. What would you say you've really seen out of Stark County so far? Let's go offensively. What good things have you seen from Stark County so far offensively?
Well, I've got one word for you. Nolan. He's got to be over 100 yards. I think first play of the game, he had, an 80-yard touchdown run?
Nolan Orwig, 80-yard touchdown run.
Thanks for his last name. Then they come out, I think maybe their 3rd possession of the game, and he busts off a long 70-yard run, again, getting outside. And if it wasn't for a couple great defensive plays, by some players for the Titans, I think he would have had another touchdown. And then, of course, he at the very end of the second quarter there, he tacks in another, he gets another touchdown for himself. So he's having a wonderful game offensively.
Has been the running that has kind of hurt the Titans' offense a lot, or defense a lot this year. We saw Max Asels in the first game of the year kind of torched the Titan defense in that one with 4 touchdowns total. And then in the Elmwood-Brimfield game, there were a total of, I believe, 7 touchdowns between their 2 dominant running backs, who both average above 170 rushing yards per game. What would you say offensively for the Titans you'd like to see more here in the second half?
Well, I think really they just need to keep doing what they're doing. They just, they have the ability to move the ball between the 30, but as they get into the red zone, for some reason or another, they just struggle. I think they have good play calls. They haven't gone away from the run up the middle, even though Stark County has shown the ability to stop that run up the middle with the linebackers pursuing right up the line of scrimmage. Just keep doing what you're doing. Eliminate a couple mistakes. I think the throw that he made here at the very end that got intercepted, I think I would have liked to have seen something maybe more on the outside. You throw it to a cone maybe where only your guy can catch the ball. And if he doesn't, the ball drops and the clock stops. But that's just being highly critical of a high school football player, I think, is just out there competing too. So they're doing a great job moving the ball. Just tighten a few things up and continue to do what you're doing.
Capitalizing on those drives. Last thing before we head off to our halftime break, what would you want to see from the Titan defense? Have had some bright spots here and there getting pressure on the line. It seemed like kind of those bounces outside have been the struggle for them here today.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give credit to I was about ready to say Clark County, but Stark County. After that very first drive, the Titans did make an adjustment with their defense, and they spread their linebackers a little bit, and they did a good job of stopping pretty much everyone but Nolan. That second drive that they had, they did a great job. What I do like out of the Titans today compared to the first couple games that I've seen them play is they haven't given up. Their defense is still pursuing guys. I just love the fact that Nolan and I'm sorry, I can't remember the other, Nolan Gooding and the other gentleman that really ran him down. Bryce Varner. Those 2 guys did not give up on that play. That guy had a touchdown, but they pursued, they chased him down from behind. And I'll be quite honest with you, I didn't see that in the first game or 2. And maybe the Titans have gotten their legs underneath them now and a few more practices on their belt. So I do like the adjustment they made. And I thought they played a little bit better defense. There's just been a couple big plays.
And the Titans start off strong to open up this game like they have multiple times so far this year. But yet again, it's been kind of that second quarter that's killed them. That's what happened against Farmington. Had the lead in that game 8-0, but then gave up 30 points in the second quarter alone to Farmington. And that's kind of been the name of the game for the Titans so far this year. We'll see what they do coming out into the second half of play. We're going to head to a break. We'll stay on here for the marching band, but we'll mute ourselves and we'll let you listen on to the marching band if you want to stay in and tune in as well.
Once again, the Warsaw High School Marching Pride. The band is directed by Cody Collins and is led by drum major Kaylee Blunier. Tonight, the band will perform their Kings and Queens show, including Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen, Bad by the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, Respect by the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, Crazy in Love by Queen Bey, or Beyonce, and Can't Help Falling in Love by the King himself, Elvis Presley. The performance will also feature soloist Renee Blunier on alto saxophone. Drum major, is your band ready?
There is your halftime performance from the Warsaw High School Marching Pride. We're going to head into our halftime interview and be back for the second half of action here at Warsaw High School Field. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and West Hancock Titan Sports, brought to you by LJ Insurance.
And welcome back. I'm here with Emily Alden now. And Emily, patient advocate, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
That sounds like a title that encompasses a whole lot. Let's first put it in simple words if you can, and then we'll kind of go in depth with it a little bit.
Yes, as the patient advocate, there is a lot to do in the role, but it's a fantastic opportunity. So generally speaking, I will help patients. I will talk about the service that they have here and just in general measure the patient experience for the entire organization.
Well, speaking of knowing the entire organization, kind of the theme has been everybody knows everybody at MDH because you're a smaller rural hospital. Even though MDH offers a lot, you literally have to probably know everybody or most everybody because you need to know what each thing's going to happen if that patient's dealing with it.
Yes, that's very true. When I first stepped into the role about a year ago, it was really an interesting and fantastic opportunity to get to know all of the departments, how they work together and individually, and just to see the well-oiled machine.
Well, patient care, obviously, at a hospital is key. You're a key part of that. What is it about patient care at MDH that makes MDH special?
Service excellence internally to provide the best patient care is top of mind here for all of our staff across every single level, every single department, and the organization as a whole. It's a big focus. So we make sure that we take care of our patients and that way they have the best experience possible. We're very open to feedback. We always want to improve in areas that we can improve. So we always have open ears. We always appreciate the feedback that we receive.
You are working with all departments. And when a patient comes in, let's say they come into the ER and then they come to ICU and then they go to the floor, your job kind of is to let the patients know what you can do, right? Or what you offer, or what they can do. Am I missing that? Is that correct?
Yes, actually our case management department is instrumental with that side of things. Every once in a while I'll step in and just check in on patients, see how their experience overall is going, to collect that feedback and see if we can implement any changes to make it even better.
So you deal with patients in so many different departments, and really they can go all the way from getting here in the ER to physical therapy on the way out, right?
Yes, absolutely. So MDH has a lot to offer our patients. So while you're here, if you're just running in for some outpatient tests, whether it's lab work or visiting our radiology department, convenience clinic, visiting your primary care provider over at MDH Family Clinic, emergency room, labor and delivery. There's so many different departments that work so well together, and our team is a family. The organization in itself is a family, and so everybody does a great job at trying to understand what departments do that aren't their own, so that way we can make it a seamless experience for our patients.
Well, and then as a patient advocate, right, you just kind of all that together and look at it, right, and then see, as patient A comes through, what can we do to make patient B, who might follow them, a little bit better next time?
Absolutely.
So as you do that, what kind of things do you look for? I mean, what I would imagine with MDH as it continues to improve, you start looking for smaller things, right? So the obvious things are maybe gone. So then you start looking at little things to make the sometimes the worst experience of their life, right, a little bit better as they work through.
Yes, most definitely. So you never know what kind of day somebody's having when they walk through our doors, and you don't know what they're necessarily here for. So it's important to keep an open mind and take a look at what can we ask them that's specific to their experience. Why are they here? Comfort them and make sure that we ask the right questions so that we can purposefully pull out information that we can work on.
Yeah, and I think we've talked a lot about different things from different people. You're, besides Bill, the CEO, you're the one person that kind of helps with, like, it gets your hands in a little bit of everything as far as the patient is concerned. Everybody's talked about it being a family, and you've even mentioned it being a family. Does the fact that everybody knows everybody as far as employees, from the CEO down to the CNAs, does that kind of make your job a little bit easier?
Absolutely. When you're a family, you care about each other, and we are all here for one purpose, and that is to provide the best experience for our patients that we possibly can. So when you are a tight-knit family, it's just great to be, we're a community, a family, a community, and we are here to serve our patients. And when everybody has that one purpose, it's a great feeling.
Well, Emily, I appreciate you stopping and talking to us, and keep fighting for the patients.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
We'll be back after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy it.
Welcome back to Warsaw High School, Warsaw, Illinois football field. We're getting ready for the second half of action. Stark County set to return. Hunter Froman, the kickoff man for the Titans. I've seen 3 different kickoff men for the Titans so far this year. Braxton Scott, Tucker Coltenberg, and now Froman. A line drive boot all the way back to Nolan Orwig. He's up at the 30, trying to cross it to the other side of the field. He's going to get through, only has Daydan to beat, cuts back up, and that's a great juke move, and this is going to be a kick return, but a flag on the field.
Yeah, it's got to be a hold back here. I was watching that behind the play.
It's either going to be a holding call or an illegal block in the back against the Titans. I mean, not against the Titans, excuse me, against the Rebels. Nolan Orwig almost with the 80-yard touchdown kickoff return. Has an 80-yard touchdown rush already this year, or this game, but that one is going to be negated and pulled all the way back. We'll see where the ball is going to be placed. I believe it's from the spot of the foul, and it's looking like it's on the 40-yard line where the head official placed his marker. They'll start at the 30-yard line after the holding call.
Holding against the Rebels.
That'll be 1st and 10.
He puts the ball 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
11:42 on the clock. Stark County to start out this third quarter. Trips left. Lone quarterback there. Empty backfield. It's quarterback keeper. Met instantly, I believe, by Ryan Horn. Number 71, Ryan Horn on the tackle, getting into the backfield and getting active there. Great penetration of that offensive line, and we'll bring up 2nd and about 12 to go.
Great way to start for the Titans defense. I'm just going to take a stab here and think the Rebels probably aren't going to go empty for a bit. I mean, they'll probably keep a running back in the backfield at this point.
2nd and 12 here.
And as I say that, they take their running back in motion.
Lone back, empty backfield again. Drops back to pass. As Schmidt blitzing on the corner. Open is Orwin, but just can't. Orwig almost had another touchdown. That would have been about a 72-yard touchdown pass.
He knows. He's beating himself up right now. I mean, he knows that He should have caught that. It went right through his hands. You can see he's frustrated a little bit.
Already has 2 touchdown rushes here today. He was looking for a third right there. As he said, visibly upset with himself. Had Ethan Schmidt blitzing off the edge. Wasn't picked up at all. Seemed like he almost hesitated for a second. Had a clear view at the quarterback. It didn't get to him in time. Again, Titans get lucky there through the hands of Nolan Orwig. 3rd and about 12 to go. They fake the handoff. Go over top again. This one's going to be caught wide open. It's not Orwig. Brought down and by Gooding trying to bring him down.
He was trying to strip the football, and it looks like he did it.
And it
That's
is
a
going to
great
be
job,
Titan
Nolan.
football.
Wow.
Nolan Gooding strips it after chasing down, I believe, number 86, Rock Sainer.
There is a fumble on the play, and it is
It'll be Titan football, and that's exactly what they needed. And that's where scoring at the end of the first half would have been so beneficial for the Titans. Could have had a chance to come back into this one and tie it up had they gotten a touchdown earlier in a 2-point conversion. But instead, they are down by 16. A great defensive play there from Nolan Gooding, and again, the hustle from Nolan Gooding. We saw another a chase down tackle earlier in the game by him and Varner. Now he's out at wide receiver on the near side of the field, just cut off barely on the left side of your screen. Drops back, looks over, and that was read like a book by Chris Barnwell. Knew that pass was going over.
He was in the offensive huddle during that play call. Broke on the ball.
He knew exactly when and where that pass was going.
He almost had himself a touchdown.
Barnwell had a great tackle earlier in the game against Varner as Varner was trying to break it out to the numbers, but ended up getting sacked behind the line of scrimmage by Barnwell.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He's also he has a touchdown run, I believe.
He does as well.
Nice patient run. Waited for his blocks and was able to score.
He is one of the touchdown runs as well as Orwig with 2. Trips right. Looks over the middle field to Froman. Froman gets the Lost Boy Digital first down, but a great tackle to prevent a gain of who knows how much more by number 7, Connor Dahm.
He was on an island. If he could have broke the tackle, he could have went for a little while. But that was still first down for the Titans.
Again,
and keep the chains going.
The Titans have a lot of these athletic guys. I mean, you got Hunter Froman and Nolan Gooding, both taller wide receivers, about 6'2", 6'3", and both extremely athletic at that. So if you can get them, again, on those islands, they say being a cornerback is one of the hardest positions in sports because your whole entire mode of thinking is reaction. You're not planning anything. You're just reacting to what the wide receiver is doing. And there we see Hunter Froman bust out his offensive skills. That's in the air. Almost out of bounds and almost picked. It is out of bounds. Number 4, Chris Holmstrom.
He got extra effort trying to catch the tip ball. Dove for it, but I believe if he would have caught it, it would have been out of bounds.
It would have been out of bounds, yes.
Great effort.
9:50 on the clock here for 2nd and 10 for the West Hancock Titans. Plenty of time.
Yeah, at high school, I mean, we're down 16. That's just 2 touchdowns. Score here, 2-point conversion, and we're within one score.
Again, I'd like to thank everybody joining in and watching. It's the 3rd quarter here at Warsaw High School, getting ready for the last 9 minutes and 50 seconds of this quarter. Quarterback option, he keeps it, gains about 2 yards, maybe 1. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 to go here for the Titans.
Ran away from that corner blitz. Maybe he's playing. Nolan's probably playing number 22. He's probably playing. I don't know if he's playing linebacker or cornerback, but they ran away from that blitz. But yet they had great containment on the left side of the offensive line.
Nolan Orwig been all over the field here today. 9:18 on the clock.
I'd be curious if he runs track for them because he's fast.
He has shown off the speed multiple times here today. 3rd and 8 here for the Titans. 2 wide receivers either side. Gooding and Schmidt on the far. Well, you have Gooding here on the near side trying to throw a bomb, and that one's almost picked off. Tried to go for the one-hand flashy interception. Dylan Steelman Gets pushed over by Gooding.
Great defense by Gooding. Offense to defense. He was able to push him just enough to make him drop the football.
Now, nonetheless, it's going to be a punt. So punt could end up in maybe worse field position for the Titans or better field position than that interception would have. Interception would have happened around the 42-yard line, 41-yard line.
Yeah, the way Hunter's been punting it, I'll take my chances here.
He's shown some nice line
Yeah,
drives.
see if we can get a favorable bounce here. Oh, he's able to. That's where that 6'2", 6'3"
End over
frame.
end. It bounces
like we
right.
said, look at this. We'll take that.
All the way to the 30-yard line. That one was end over end for Hunter Froman, showing that one off. Now, if you look at the stat sheet so far this year, Hunter Froman has negative 33 rushing yards for the West Hancock Titans so far this season on one rushing play. However, that didn't come from a normal offensive set. It came from a high snap on a punt. He went back 33 yards, or 34 yards now, I should say. Hunter Froman, only one high snap as the punter that he could not corral.
Yeah, before today's game, though, he had 340 yards receiving.
Orwig tries to get it to the outside again.
Oh.
He strips a couple and finally brought out of bounds by number 44 of the West Hancock Titans. That's Malachi McCune. That'll bring up 1st and 10. McCune pushes him out of bounds around the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 with 8:30 on the clock here for Stark County. Orwig just doing a phenomenal job of breaking those tackles on the edge. Hard to wrap up here today.
Must have a really strong lower half. I mean, he's fast. He looks completely athletic in his football uniform. Unable to even bring him down there. He drug a couple guys.
Ethan Schmidt barely doesn't cross the line of scrimmage. Ballerina tiptoes back. Now trying to runs the pitch again, and a great tackle there by number 58. I believe that's Cole Furtado on the tackle. It is, but it's going to be a gain of 4 yards.
Cole Furtado on the stop for the
Yeah, nice tackle, but they gained 4 yards. So we had too many defenders playing the pitch there. But Cole did a great job filling the hole, tackling the quarterback.
He comes off that tackle position, kind of bounces outside away from some tackles, makes that, stops it for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Ball on the 49 of the Titans. Trips right. They're looking over, screen pass. Middle of the field, almost picked off. Varner would have had a clean end zone had he gotten his hands on that. Was wide open on that one. Nobody in his way if he would have gotten that one down.
Again, I think the quarterback was probably a little happy. Slightly elevated pass. Anything 6 inches lower, I think that would have been a 6 points Titans.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6 to go for Stark County. They run the same look, trips right, motion over Orwig, now to the left side. He's on the outside of the tight end. They're running the pitch again. They give it, and they miss a tackle on the edge, but bring him out around. This will be on the 43. I thought he might have stepped out at the 46, but the officials have a much better look than we do. This will be right on the line, first down marker. They're going to give him the first down. Titans almost had the stop in the backfield. Caden Greer just couldn't quite get his hands wrapped around. And Coach Dorothy trying to argue his point that he stepped out of bounds at the 46, but it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Rebels. They run the pitch for the 3rd time. Coach Dorothy arguing his point that either it should be a yard short of 3. 2 wide receivers either side. They motion over Orwig. Now trips right. We'll see if they run the quarterback keeper or the screen pass to the far side. Quarterback keeper is the call. He gets to the outside of the numbers a little bit, then brought down around the 35. That's number 6. Steelman on the carry. Dylan Steelman, the one that broke off. He's the one who broke off the 70-yard rush, but got tracked down by the Titans earlier in the game on a quarterback keeper. There he gets 6 yards. It brings up 2nd and 4. 2nd down, empty backfield again. Trips right. Drops back to pass. Looks over the middle of the field. Great job, pump fake. Gets around. Only has a couple to beat. And gets tackled around the 23. Again, breaks a couple tackles. Greer couldn't get a hold of him. Gets past in about 5 more yards. And it brings up a first down for the Rebels. Ball's going to be placed at the 24-yard line. 6:30 on the clock remaining here in the third quarter of play. Set up in shotgun position here. Warwig, the back. The snap. That's a quarterback keeper. Had an open gap up the middle of the field. Ball is loose, and they jump on it. Titans almost had another fumble recovery, but just barely. Can't get a hold. That's going to be a gain of 11 yards.
Stark County. Good for a first down.
Had another chance there defensively.
It would have been 2 fumbles recoveries in a row for a Titans on 2 consecutive drives for the Rebels. Instead, it's a 1st and 10, ball on the level, 11, gain of about 13 yards. Shotgun. They hand this one off to Orwig, puts his shoulder down, brought down around the 8-yard line. This will be a gain of 3.
Orwig on the carry.
Titans send out Ryan Horn out onto the field. 2nd and 8 is the official call.
Stop made by Ryan Horn.
Horn comes in for Malachi McCune. .5:20 on the clock. They fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper Steelman trying to get into the end zone. He finds his way. Touchdown for the Rebels, and Steelman does a great job with that option decision there. Sees an open gap and takes it. Another dice up in the middle of the field against the Titans on the ground.
Just an interesting offensive possession here in the second half for the Rebels. It's just completely different looks for the defense, and spread them out a little bit.
Threw a couple of passing plays in there
as
well.
Run the quarterback or run the running back out into the slot, and put the ball in the quarterback's hands a little bit for, he could keep or pitch. So completely different offensive set than the first half.
Touchdown for the Rebels, and a PAT makes it 29-6. Rebels trying to take a commanding lead here. 5:12 remaining in the third. We'll take a quick break before this next kickoff. Titans set to return.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH with Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. Getting ready for the kickoff here by the Rebels. After the rushing touchdown from Steelman, that made it a 29-6 game. Coltonberg and Froman set to return here for the Titans. This kick's a low one, rolling all the way to Froman, picks it up off the bounce. Tries to bounce it to the outside, cuts back, other side of the field, and gets team tackled around the 25-yard line. That'll bring 1st and 10 for the Titans at the 25.
Gets it out to about the 27-yard line.
4:58 left on the clock here in the third quarter of play.
Titans get the ball, 1st and 10.
We're about an hour and 40 minutes in here, real time, and around 40 minutes in game time. A beautiful night here in Warsaw High School. The wind is picking up a little bit. sun went down, but the temperature is still around the same, only about 5 degrees cooler. It's a beautiful night in September.
Titans are kind of stuck here in the middle a little bit. They want to run quick offense, but they really need to just sustain drives at the same time. But being down 23, we need to score quickly.
That pass just a little high for his intended receiver, and Nolan Gooding. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the West Hancock Titans here.
2nd and 10 for the Titans.
Pass just a little high, 4:53 on the clock. Gooding, another one of the top receivers for the Titans this year. 2nd, I believe, in reception yards this season for the Titans. Second and 10 for West Hancock. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers each side. Drops back to pass. Looks over for Gooding. Throws it up. This one's a quacker and almost picked off by Chris Barnwell. But just can't quite hold on to it for his intended receiver, Nolan Gooding.
Again, though, that's where the Titans kind of caught a break there with the way he got hit as he threw it, and the ball wasn't spiraling normally. Made it much harder for the defender to kind of bring that one in. But again, he's probably telling himself he should have caught that. But
bring up 3rd and 10 for the Titans here.
Cromwell, your wallet has been found.
4:46 on the clock here. With all the passing that for the Titans, the good news is because they pass the ball so much, and the clock, when they do have incompletions, is not running. So their time consumption isn't nearly as large as, say, a team like the Rebels. Trips right, they fake the handoff. Quarterback option, runs back to the middle of the field, gets a couple blocks. That's going to be a 1st down and a couple more all the way to the 45-yard line. And a Lost Boy Digital 1st down for the West Hancock Titans. And Varner shows off his legs there, I believe, with over 200 rushing yards this year already. The 2nd leading rusher for the West Hancock Titans. 1st and 10, ball at the 45-yard line.
Varner, just another kid. He just athletic. And last year, he would have been the slot receiver probably most of the time. And so that's where it kind of hurts us a little bit where, we're missing the return of the quarterback from last year. But just another athlete stepping into a place here, play quarterback, trying to take advantage of his speed and his running ability.
Gets blitzed quick, but gets away with it. And Gooding looking for a flag, but he never really sold it well enough. He kind of was content running down the numbers. Ball was inside the numbers. If he would have tried cutting it back and making a little more contact, might have been more call for a penalty. But because he seemed more content to say outside the numbers, didn't see much contact there with him and the defender, Blair Dom. 2nd and 10 here, 4 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock in the 3rd. Looking over to Dorothy for the play. 2 wide receivers each side. Drops back to pass. Over the middle of the field to Gooding again, and that one, again, just a little high from Varner. Knows he should have hit his man open over the middle of the field. They like to run those out routes and slant routes over the middle of the field, but just can't quite connect. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Titans. Ball is at the 45-yard line. Titans getting the play. Last time on 3rd down had a quarterback keeper. We'll see if they try to go with that again or have trips right on the far side of the field. Could possibly go with the screen pass as well. Motion over Dadant. This quarterback keeper, they're going to run it again. Cuts up. That's going to be a 1st down. And again, a couple more. Another 15 to 18-yard run for Bryce Varner. And a Lost Boy Digital 1st down for the West Hancock Titans. And the way that's working, they should just do that every time. They get the linemen out into the 2nd level.
Well, what you see here is with the trips left, and they're playing 3 down linemen, 1 linebacker, and they're spreading them out. Now they've got 2 linebackers here with 3 down linemen, so it's opening up the middle. Now's a good time to throw the ball out.
over the middle of the field to Coltenberg, and he can't catch on to it. He knows he should have had that one. Hit his hands. Would have been a completion to around the 20-yard line, but instead it's incomplete and brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38. First and 10, or 2nd and 10 here for the Titans.
So now here we have 2 wide receivers left and 2 right here. Now see, it opens up the deep middle here a little bit. These linebackers
Showing
are crashing.
blitz, they bring it. Get into the backfield and sack, but they're going to throw a flag here. Rips his helmet off. And this will be a face mask on the defense. Almost called it towards the offense there for a second, but calls it on the defense. Number 56, Chet Gillespie, wondering what the call was, but it's a tough one there. It's a matter of how hard was his helmet on, or was it already kind of loose and it just fall off as he went to the ground? But they're going to call face mask again. They're going to say offsetting penalties.
Offsetting penalties there.
Not sure what, didn't quite see what the call against the Titans was, but offsetting penalties, that'll make it 2nd and 10. Again, did not see what the hand gesture from the official was, but 2nd and 10 here, 2 wide receivers either side. Drops back to pass, looking to the right side. Now brings it up the middle of the field. He has an open gain. Flag, we'll see what this is. And a first down, but we'll see what this is.
I'm sure they'll call a hold here.
Holding, or it is going to be the call. That'll move the Titans back. It'll stay 2nd down, and that would have been the 3rd time in a row the Titans got a first down off the legs of Bryce Varner. But instead, that's going to bring them back. 2nd and long here for the Titans. We're at the 38-yard line. Now going to start with the 58-yard line. 10-yard loss on that play.
58?
No, at the 48-yard line.
What time is it? Is it getting a little late?
It is getting a little late. Past bedtime, 8:51 is our current time here. 2nd down for the Titans. Again, those quarterback keepers have been working.
Well, I noticed here that it looks like they've got 3 down linemen and 1 linebacker here. So, again, this is where you open up the quarterback run. If that middle linebacker.
2 deep safeties.
No, he's sitting tight in the middle. Oh, he dropped the ball.
It was a backwards. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete. If it was a backwards pass and he drops it, would have been a fumble, but they're saying it was a forward pass. So incomplete is the call. That'll bring up 3rd and 20 here.
It's a good thing because the clock stops if you're a Titans fan. So
3:09.
So again, here we are in the three lineman set with the 1 linebacker. Last play, he didn't. He just stayed in the middle. And he's backing off the line here.
Content with the quarterback run up the middle. They throw it deep, and that one's picked off.
Froman wasn't. Didn't look like. I don't know if Froman thought he was the intended receiver there or not, but
I think it might have been Schmidt on the outside of the field.
On the outside, okay.
On the outside numbers, but that's an interception there for Stark County. And I'll bring up 1st down at the 58-yard line. Brings it all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
48-yard line.
48-yard line, correction again.
We're going to eventually make a 58-yard here before the end of this game.
Yeah, the amount of times I've been saying it, that's for sure. 2:56 on the clock. 1st and 10 here for Stark County, and they'll most likely be content with keeping this on the ground the way they've been running the ball. 1st and 10, trips left. 1 back, that's Orwig. Titans showing pressure. They give it to Orwig up the middle and immediately met by Ryan Horn and Cole Furtado. Cole Furtado before this game, I believe 19 total tackles on the year, most of them coming through the assisted tackle. He's getting in there. The second he gets hit, he's getting in on the action, trying to bring them down as well. One of the leading tacklers for this Titan team.
2nd and 9 for the Rebels.
2nd down and 9 to go. 2nd and 10. This is what they're officially saying on the scoreboard. Set up shotgun. Deep back. 5 yards deep. That's not a false start. Didn't cross the line of scrimmage. And a timeout going to be called by Stark County. We're going to take a timeout as well with 2:10 remaining here in the third. We'll be right back with some more West Hancock Titan football action.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Whatever the day brings, and Mother Nature provides, is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Welcome back to Warsaw High School. We got some sporting news for you overall in the different professional leagues. In college, however, Virginia Tech is taking on number 7 Miami. That game is currently 27-17 in favor of Virginia Tech.
Wow.
Taking on 4-0 Miami. In Washington against the Rectors is 14-3. Washington down by 11. Earlier today, the Chicago White Sox set the all-time MLB record for most losses in a season with 121. Nice run here from Stark County and finally brought down by Ryan Horn. Good run by Connor Dahm. The gain of about 8 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 to go. As I was mentioning before, the Chicago White Sox set the all-time MLB loss record with 121 in the modern era. I believe the last time there was 120 losses was, if I am correct, in 1930s or 60s. And as well,
that's a big difference. 30s
or 60s is a big difference. But as well, in the MLB, the Detroit Tigers make the playoffs for the first time since 2014. Potentially a missed handoff there, but nonetheless, a first down. Quarterback keeper for Steelman. I thought he almost held on to it a little too long, handing it off to Orwig, but gets the first down. The product speaks for itself.
He changed his mind at the very last millisecond, pulled the football back out of his belly, kept it.
McCune heads off the field for the Titans. A minute 13 on the clock here. 1st and 10, ball at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for Stark County. They fake the handoff, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, but drops it again. That's Ross Sainer, excuse me. He had the deep play earlier, fumbling on the 15-yard line for Stark County. Can't quite hold on to that one as well.
Pass ball is incomplete.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Rebels.
We give the Titans defense a lot of credit here. Down multiple scores. But they're still playing tough.
Still a chance to get back in this game. Minute on the clock here in the third. You got 13 minutes total game time left. We're moving the ball well, but a couple penalties set them back pretty bad on their last drive. Pass over to the corner, just can't quite hit his receiver on the run. He was looking for Kerry Morgan, but pass is inaccurate when he was rolling outside, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Rebels. 54 seconds on the clock here in the third. Surprised to see them passing the ball so much in this situation.
Right, 2 incomplete passes stops the clock. I mean, not very much time. Is 10 seconds is went off the clock, both those plays.
And nonetheless, have been running the ball very well whenever they have, except for previously on that first down rush. Looking at 3rd down here. Trips left. I like to do the quarterback keeper out of this package right here. Instead, they drop back to pass. Now the quarterback keeping it. Gets his hand held, but gets through all the way to the 25-yard line, which would be a first down, and Ethan Schmidt is going to be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct here. Way after the play, suplexed his defender to the ground. That'll be a 15-yard penalty against the West Hancock Titans.
Personal foul against the Titans.
Schmidt picks up the personal foul at the end of the play. And this will move them forward. And since the ball's at the 25, this will be a half the distance to the goal, I believe. And it is. If they were at the 30-yard line, it would have been a 15-yard penalty exactly, but since they were within the 30-yard line, it's half the distance to the goal. First and 10 on the 13-yard line, 12.5-yard line to be exact. 40 seconds on the clock as it's running. And they might just be content with running this clock out here in the third quarter. It would have been a first down for the Rebels nonetheless, but they get 12.5 tacked on at the end of it. 20 seconds on the clock, they snap it, get the handoff to the outside, and brought around the line of scrimmage by Chandler Daydant. That'll bring up 2nd and 10, 12 seconds on the clock, and they're going to be content with letting this one run into the fourth quarter. A slow fourth quarter here from both teams. 29-6 the score as we head to the final quarter of play here at Warsaw High School. We're going to head to a quick break and be right back with the last quarter of action on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to Warsaw High School. A quick word from one of our sponsors, LJ Insurance. LJ Insurance with locations in Keokuk, Fort Madison. They can answer all of your insurance questions. Because LJ Insurance is an independent agency, they can tailor a policy to fit your needs. Call LJ Insurance today at 319-524-4223 and ask them about life, health, auto and home insurance, and more. Or visit their office at 515 Main Street in Keokuk, Iowa. LJ Insurance is locally focused with sound advice. Back to the game here. They get the quarterback keeper, Steelman, tackled after a gain about 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 to go for the Rebels. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and watching here today. And a quick correction in the comments section. The White Sox did break the record by the New York Mets in 1962 with 120 losses overall. The 1899 record by the Cleveland Spiders was 134 losses. That's MLB news, not relevant if you're not an MLB fan here in the modern era. The last one was the 1960 New York Mets. That pass over the middle of the field, tipped. Gooding almost tipped that to another receiver in the end zone for the Rebels, but I was correct with one of my guesses in the 60s. I said 30s and 60s. 1962 is the correct trivia answer for the most losses before.
Mr. Whitaker was at that game.
Oh, in the 1960s, you're right. Mr.
Yes.
Whitaker was at that game for the New York Mets. We're getting ready for 4th down here, 4th and 9 on the 11-yard line for the Rebels. And it looks like they're going to attempt a field goal here. Had the leg on a couple of PATs, and this is historic action here at Warsaw High School. We don't get to see field goals too often. This one's down. The boot is up and got the leg, and that one is good. Would have been for about 10, 15 more.
Yeah, plenty of leg.
Plenty of leg there from the Rebels. As number 65, Auden Verhetsley with the PAT. A 6'4" senior kicker for the Rebels. That one's good and makes it a 32-6 game. I believe that is the first field goal I have seen, at least this season, and maybe in all of my seasons of covering the West Hancock Titans football. Historic action here.
Very rare.
Very rare, very seldom. Very seldom do we see a extra point attempt, PAT attempt as well, but I've seen that all but once here today for the Rebels. 6-32 the score. 11-13 on the clock. Titans set to return. Coltenberg and Froman in the back.
This is where it's interesting for the Titans offensively. Just, the players looking at the score. Let's just see how they come out and just see if they can run some plays, gain some yards positively, something they can take into practice with them.
And could be focused on momentum going into a game next week against the LVC Miners, the only team they beat last year in dominant fashion. I believe 66-6 was the final score in that one. That one's a line drive picked up by Froman at the 10, up to the 20. Tries to cut it to the other side and up the middle of the field and gets it all the way to the 27. A return of about 17 yards for Froman. Again, next week's matchup will be against the LVC Miners. I believe that one will be taking place in Hamilton, Illinois. The first game in Hamilton this season had no games in Warsaw last year due to construction to the track. A brand new track here. Looks very nice for the Warsaw I will say Warsaw Titans.
That works.
It's a little tricky there because two
Yes.
schools, Hamilton and Warsaw. Technically, Hamilton plays here as well, but they also have their own track in Hamilton, but that's not relevant to our case here. Caught by Froman, stiff arms one, stares at him for a couple seconds. Seemed like everything just went to a standstill for every receiver, every crowd member just took a breath and just stared. And Froman even stared at the defender.
The defender, I believe, while laying on the ground, still had a hold of his foot, and he was trying to get his foot loose so he could keep running.
That's a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titan. Have one Cole Morgan Hauling touchdown here today so far. At 1st and 10 at the 39.
Just keep this momentum going if you're a Titan fan.
Shotgun. Showing blitz. They rush 6, but they run it up the middle and get through. They called the right defensive play, but just barely squeezes through. A gain of 5 for Daydant. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 here for the West Hancock Titans. 10:40 on the clock and counting. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and watching here today. It's an absolute pleasure of mine to be able to broadcast this game for all West Hancock Titans and Stark County Rebel fans. A 32-6 score is what we have currently. The Rebels looking to move to 5-0 on the season. Our 4 wins so far this year coming against in week 1, Rushville Industry in a 27-6 win. They fake the handoff here, give it over to Coltenberg, got a one-on-one, gets back to the line of scrimmage, but a great tackle by Chris Barnwell, and he's been all over the field. Brings up 4th down. The first matchup, the Rebels was against Rushville Industry in a 27-6 win and took on Anawan Wethersfield in a 14-13 win. Tight matchup away, or at home, I should say. Then it took on Abington Avon 140-16 and Havana 33-13 in week 4. Timeout by the Titans. The remaining schedule here for the Stark County Rebels. After this week, they'll take on Williamsfield and Rova come the 4th of October. Then it's going to be against Princeville on the 11th. That one's going to be away. Then they're back home against Astoria, or VIT, on the 18th. On the 25th, they take on Monmouth United. Currently, they have Monmouth United on Max Preps listed for their two last games, but I believe the 25th is the last game of the season. That one is away at Monmouth United. Upcoming schedule here for the West Hancock Titans. They take on the LVC Miners next week at home. Then it's away at the Knoxville Blue Bullets come the 11th of October. Illini West is the senior night at home in Hamilton. That's on the 18th. And then Bureau Valley is the final game on the 25th. That one is going to be an away game for the West Hancock Titans. Door slams. I thought it was an angry coach for a second, but no, it's just the wind here. 4th and about 6 to go for the Titans. See what they can do. Drop back to pass over to Froman, but would have had the first down. It was just short, however. It'll bring up 1st and 10 here for the Rebels. The incomplete pass is a turnover on downs for the West Hancock Titans.
They'll have it 1st and 10 at about the 44-yard line.
You heard it from Mr. Whitaker there. The ball will be placed on the 44-yard line for the Rebels. 1st and 10 here. They hand it off to the outside. This is Orwick. Gets tackled, but not before gaining about 4 yards. Not sure who the tackle was made by for the Titans. Before this game, the Titans were led in tackles by number 10, Chandler Dadant. He had 16 assisted tackles, only 1 tackle for loss. Besides him, with 21 tackles, 2 players, Cole Furtado with 19 assisted, and Gunnar Grothaus with 14 solo tackles, which led the team in solo tackles and still does. Tucker Colsenberg with 19 total tackles, and Jess Scott with 17 as well. Those are your leading tacklers for the Titans defense. Here's a touchdown for the Rebels, just breaks through the defensive line. And Barnwell gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. That'll make it a 38-6 game after the 45-yard rushing touchdown for the Rebels. They'll bring out the PAT unit here with 8:45 on the clock. Trying to go up by 33. The hold, the kick, it's up, and it is good. That'll add 1 more point to the Rebels' score. They now take a 39-6 lead. We'll head to a break, be right back for the kickoff here. Titans set to return after the touchdown by Chris Barnwell. We'll be right back.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to Warsaw High School. We're getting ready for kickoff here. For number 27, I believe this is Alejandro Lorenzi. That one's up in the air, a boot of a kick all the way to the 5-yard line. There's Dadant on the return. Nice juke move to the outside, but tackled from behind. And there's going to be a flag on the field. This is going to be either holding or blocking the back against the Titans.
Block in the back, illegal use of hands.
Illegal use of hands, blocking the back. That'll move them back, I believe, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 8:34 on the clock. Titans going to start off their drive. Should be around the 22-yard line. That's where the penalty occurred at the 32. They're going to get them at the 21-yard line.
16 looks 16.
You're correct, 16-yard line. I'm going the wrong way.
Well, those lights opposite of us make it a little difficult at times to see that side of the field.
Set up in shotgun. Trips right. Those are not Musco lights, that's for sure.
They are not Musco lights.
Top lighting brand. If you didn't know, fun fact, Musco lights, top lighting brand in the sports industry world. light over 60% of the sports stadiums in the world as well. Nice screen pass. Oh, but Gooding just trips over his own feet, or maybe the feet of another player on his team.
He got slightly nudged, I believe, on the shoulder and just got a little out of step a little bit.
That'll be a gain of about 9 yards and a 2nd and 1 here for the Titans. They give it over to the outside again, and Gooding, he breaks one tackle, gets all the way to the 35 and a little bit more to the 37 before he's tackled. And a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. 7:56 on the clock here. That's about a 10-yard gainer for the West Hancock Titans.
Pulling out the gainer. All right, so we got 3 linemen, 2 linebackers.
Screen pass over to Froman. Tries to get to the outside. Tries to juke one. He does, but slips and goes down.
We'll see if he...
hopefully it's just a slip and nothing more.
He a little slow getting up, but yeah, that's one of those deals where you just get a little too far stretched out.
I think he twisted his ankle on that play, immediately reached for the ankle after that one. So
he's got a little hobble to his step, so we're just going to get it checked out.
2nd and about 7 to go here for the Titans. Give it over to the middle to Ethan Schmidt. That one's caught. A gain of about 10 yards for Schmidt.
And that's another first
and a first down for the West Hancock Titans. Schmidt has 6 targets now on the season, or 7 targets, 6 receptions for 40 yards so far this year.
And another one right back to him, same play.
Over the middle of the field, Schmidt got a hold onto it, and he goes down. He's now 7 for 8 for about 60 yards. Put him in the tight end position. He's got good hands there on those past 2 plays.
That's another first and 10.
That's a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. Trips right here. Be interesting to see if they run this one or they continue in the air. A quick pass over to Gooding. They love this screen pass so far here today. Juke a couple and finally tackled. Don't think he was quite out of bounds. But it'll be 2nd and about 1 to go here for West Hancock. They've been loving those screen passes over to the outside, running the triple option, or trip. Trips right, I should say, not the triple option. That's a completely different offensive format. Quarterback keeper gets a blocker outside in Data and Horn, but cuts out to the numbers when he had an open field. Varner, they're going to call forward progression.
Forward progress?
Forward progress.
Again, yeah, you were calling it. You seen it as it happened. He tried to stretch it outside a little. He should have cut it up the middle there.
3rd and 3 here. Quarterback keeper. And they push him for a few more. Not sure if he got it or not. I think they're going to give it to him.
We'll see. I think they're a little short here.
The far official looks in front of the first down, but the near official who's calling the mark is just short.
4th down.
Be surprised if they don't run a quarterback keeper here again. 3rd and about 1 to go. Quick pass over to Nolan Gooding, and that's going to be a turnover on down. And Coach Dorothy, I don't believe that was the play call he was asking for Varner. That'll bring up 1st and 10 here for the Rebels. 5:13 on the clock. Surprised they didn't go right back to the no-huddle quarterback keeper. Just not on the same wavelength. Timeout by the Rebels. We'll take another timeout here. 5:13 left. We'll be right back for the last 5 minutes of action here at Warsaw High School.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop. Because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back into Warsaw High School. Fourth quarter, 5:13 left on the clock. 39-6 the lead here for the Rebels, and doing a great job holding the Titans. Titans offense has not been held under 20 points yet this year, but here only at 6. Colzenberg gets in on the tackle. Ball is loose. We'll see who has it. I believe it's...
There's a lot of black jerseys there, and Cole comes up with the ball.
Cole Furtado comes up with the football, and it'll be Titan football at the 24-yard line.
On the 24-yard line. How about that Titan defense?
First and 10 for the Titans. 5:04 on the clock. They'll set up with trips right. Had Ethan Schmidt over the middle of the field multiple times on that last drive.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be an encroachment if it's against, but no, it's going to be on the offense. That'll be a false start. That'll move them back. If it wasn't on the Titans, would have been an encroachment penalty, but I'm not sure who the penalty was on, but that'll move them back 5 yards, and 1st and 15 will be the official call here.
1st and 15.
Fourth quarter of play, 5:04 on the clock. Titans down by 33. Varner, quarterback, hands it off to Daydant. Runs over one, but tackled around the 26. Can't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. I'd like to give some big props to number 4, Chase Holmstrom, if you saw right there, helping Daydant up. Has been a kind hand all over the field the whole entire game. Multiple times I've seen him helping Titan defenders up off the ground, and just been a great sportsman out on the field. So thank you to Chase Holmstrom for the good sportsmanship here today for the Rebels. Shotgun, they give it back to Dayton again. Out of the middle of the field, walking behind his blocker, tackled around the 18-yard line before he's brought down. That'll bring up 3rd and about 5 to go here for the Titans. We'll see what offensive play call they run out of this. Last time it was 3rd and 3. Did the quarterback keeper then on 4th down? They ran the pass play over to Gooding, but here it's about 3rd and 5. For 3rd and 5 is the official call on the 19. They jump. I think this is going to be offsides. That's 3 offside calls against the Rebels here today. That'll give the Titans a 1st down, a Lost Boy Digital 1st down, or it should. And it'll be placed on the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Titans in the red zone. See what they can do. I've struggled in the red zone so far here today. I haven't been able to really capitalize that much. Hand it off to Data. Running behind his blockers, tackled around the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5.
That's the 3rd time they've run that play where the backside defender comes around and tackles him from behind.
Gain of 5. Gain of 4 is the call. If you get that 3 times, it's an automatic 1st down. Running a defender on here late. Titans snap it. Quarterback keeper cuts back up the middle of the field. This will be a 1st down. Short of the goal line, but 1st and 2. 1st and goal at the 2 is going to be the official call with 3:15 left on the clock here in the 4th.
Oh.
1st and 3rd on the 3. Had some tumbling from some press box members up here, but everybody's okay. Drop back to pass, looking over deep. Gooding, wide open, great play from the Titans. And Varner gets it off as he's getting hit. That's a great play by the Titans. They help him up. And a touchdown, Cole Morgan Halling touchdown for West Hancock. A great looking play there.
Very nice throw.
Very nice throw and a very nice move by Gooding as well. Lost his defender cutting inside, then cutting back out.
2 defenders there. Throws it to the cone. Only where the receiver could catch it.
Exactly. Only where he could get it. 2-point conversion, 12-39 the score. Motion over Schmidt. Drop back to pass, looking over, and that's Gooding. A great pass again to Gooding. Varner showing off the arm here on the past 2 plays. That makes it a 14-39 ball game. Titans score a Cole Morgan Halling touchdown. 3:01 on the clock. We're going to head to a break and be right back for this Titan kickoff.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Welcome back. Coltonburg set to kick off for the Titans after the Cole Morgan Halling touchdown to Nolan Gooding. That's Gooding's
onside kick here.
5th reception
the ball
touchdown of the year.
It's rolling pretty smooth on the ground. Didn't take a crazy bounce at all.
I was at first surprised to see Coltonburg out there because they had Froman earlier with a nice boot, but I have seen over the past couple of years that Coltonburg has been their guy they go to for the onside kicks, and Froman is still on the sideline. Nothing too crazy with his injury, I believe, just a twisted ankle.
He looks like he's up and kind of walking around, I think.
But they don't want to risk
3 minutes on the clock.
They don't want to risk further injury to Froman, so he's sitting on the sideline.
We got basketball season to worry about, right?
Basketball season. Titan basketball looking to be pretty good this year after a great season last. Looking to come back even better under head coach Jeff Dahl. This is a nice run.
Nice tackle.
But a great tackle by Ryan Horn. Right over the middle of the field. Number 33, Braxton Gibson on the carry. The freshman getting his first carry of the game. Seems like we got the freshman team out here as well. Jackson Sander, number 76, you're seeing him there. 7'6", or 6'5", not 7'6", excuse me. That would be insane. 6'5", 290-pound sophomore.
235, maybe? What did he say?
235 is his weight. 2:45 on the clock is what it should be at. The clock was not running, and here we go. Again.
Wind it.
Waiting on the clock to run down, and there it goes. Looking over to the sideline for the play, start counting again. Out there with some of their freshmen and sophomores. At quarterback, I believe, is number 5, Ben Browning. This junior. Fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper. Nice run here. Going to be a gain of about 5 or 6 yards. That'll bring him third and about 4 to go with 2:15 on the clock. Nice little run there. Probably going to see a lot of those rushes here from this team they've put out there.
At this point, they're just going to probably keep the clock running.
On the carry for the Rebels.
We're just about under 2 minutes to go.
A first down would end the game here with the clock. If the Titans can stop them, they would most likely get possession back unless they went for it on 4th. And they give the handoff, and Titans going to stop them. Tackle for loss here of about 3 yards. That'll bring up 4th and about 6 or 7 to go. We'll see what Stark County does, and a timeout going to be taken by the West Hancock Titans with 1:33 remaining. Coach Dorothy wanted his team to get the ball back. Haven't seen a punt yet from Stark County. We'll see if they bring out their punt unit here or if they're content with just trying to go for it on 4th down to close out this game and head on home. About a 3-hour and 20-minute drive for the Rebels to come all the way out here. 3-hour and 10-minute drive. The Titans had to make that drive last year. A very similar schedule. I believe it was week 5 that the Titans went out there and played the Rebels. Very interesting to see the similarities between the season. Have an away game, a non-conference game, the first game of the season, but then they took on Farmington both years, then Elmwood, Brimfield, then Macomb, and now Stark County, and then the Miners. So it's the same exact schedule, except for the first and the last game are changing for non-conference opponents. 4th and 6 here for the Rebels.
It looks like they're coming out for a punt here.
Yep, looks like they're bringing out their punt unit. Number 65, Auden Frehetsley, getting ready to boot this one away. Colstenberg and Gooding set to return.
Colstenberg and Gooding deep for the Titans.
Oh. Nice boot here. All the way to around the 20. Rolls. This one's going to be pretty if they can stop it at the 1-yard line. And can't ask for anything more there. Looks like a flash of Torrey Taylor out there punting it away.
I wasn't ready to quite go there, but based on the 1-yard line,
that's
a good call.
That's a great punt. Can't ask for anything more, and the Titans are going to be in a nearly impossible field position, tucked all the way back in their end zone.
Best player for the Bears this year
is Torrey Taylor. That is true.
That is true. They should probably
factual
reinvent those T-shirts. Punting is winning in Chicago.
1 and 3, or 1 and 2 to start this season are the Bears. Titans set up first down here. The quick pass over, tackled around the 2, and a gain of a couple for number 3, Eli Carroll.
Eli Carroll on the reception for the Titans.
Gets his first reception of the game here today. Carroll with only 1 reception prior. That went for 10 yards. Now 2 for 2 with receptions on the season here in his varsity play. Quick pass over to Gooding on the other side. Jukes tries to get over the middle, gets pushed forward by the Rebels, and they're going to give him the first down, I believe. That's going to be a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. 39-14 the score. 1 minute and 7 seconds on the clock remaining here. Again, Titans going to face off against LVC Miners next week at home in Hamilton, Illinois.
We are under a minute to play.
Quick pass.
Another quick pass. Gooding.
They get him all the way over the middle of the field. Not quite a first down. He's going to be about 3 yards short. That'll bring up 2nd and 3, and clock is going to run.
Gooding on the carry. Gain of about 9 yards.
40 seconds left here on the clock. Titans.
2nd and 1 for the Titans.
Still got a couple plays left in them here. First down does stop the clock until they place it. Quick look up the middle of the field to Carroll, but just can't quite grab it. Was up in the air. Just that's a tough one to retain. Had a chance, but tough one to come down with. Gonna bring up 3rd down. Clock will stop at 25 seconds. Rebels going to move to 5-0 on the year. Titans going to fall to 0-5. Quick pass over to Gooding to get the blockers out there to the edge and out of bounds at around the 27-yard line.
Careful.
Your wallet has been found. I have it here in the press box. John Stewart, if you would come to the press box.
18 seconds on the clock here. If you heard that yell, it was our mics caught some fans in the crowd there for a second. I do apologize about that, but the clock is off, down to 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and have an injured player for Stark County, but he's up, so the clock will not stop, and that'll be the game. Stark County, the Rebels, get the win and move to 5-0 on the year after a 39-14 win. The final here from Warsaw High School. Titans fall to 0-5. The Rebels move to 5-0. Titans will take on the LVC Miners next week at Hamilton, which will be covered here on TSSR Game Time Live. And the Stark County Rebels will be taking on Rova in Williamsfield come next week as well. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and watching here on TSSR Game Time Live. We'll be live next week as well. Everybody have a great night. My name's Luke Little. John Little here with me as my color. Emily Hagee rocking the camera as normal. We'll be back next week. Have a great night.